There are really several key reasons I can think of. The first of all, there there isn't there, there isn't a hidden agenda in terms of like, okay, we're going to bring in this vendor and they're going to kind of try and sell you something. I've been to so many conferences where there has been like a keynote speaker, and it turns out that the conference were kind of pushing their little barrow. And so I really appreciate that. But what that does is establishes a culture of frankness and transparency. And so you really can say things where you're like, okay, I see you guys are feeling the same sort of pain point I am, and I can kind of be a little bit more open about it without feeling like, it's going to be like exploited in some kind of bad way. Hopefully it's exploited in a good way. But that's essentially it. The tone and culture of the Enterprise Data Strategy Board is great for people in our place. All right, so the trends that I would see coming ahead for my peers, one very obvious one at the moment is generative AI. It's very hard to ignore the impact of generative AI, especially since the end of last year. And it feels like every month in AI time feels almost like a year in the before times. We're having to do several things at once. There's so much excitement that there's also a huge amount of hype. And part of our role is to try and separate out the massive productivity gains that we're looked to see to get from generative AI. But also there are obvious risks and dangers to especially at the enterprise level. We tend to we're not tech companies, generally speaking, so we have different appetites for risk when it comes to technologies that we don't necessarily understand as well as what our tech peers have. So navigating that kind of happy path between productivity and risk and so on is going to be a challenge going forward.